welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another day, another season, another edition here of the GSL, the Global StarCraft League 2025 Season 2 Renovate Group B. I'm of course just VIP with you and joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and by the chains that bind us to GSL. All chained up, baby. Let's go. Let us go. As we have returned here with the continuation and the conclusion of the quarterfinals. Of course, we were live yesterday. We were live 24 hours ago covering Group A, covering the initial group here of the round of 8, and now we're here with Group B. As a reminder, this is of course a replay cast, and these events are less than a week old. These matches did occur last week, of course, during the week, not just the initial quarterfinals, but also the semis and grand finals as well. Our plan, of course, is to go over all of it, and we have done so, and we're here to wrap up the quarterfinals. Let's go. Let us go. We have 4 players ready for us. We have 4 players stepping into the ring, and 2 of them will advance on to the semis. The other 2 will be eliminated from GSL, as we can switch our scenes over and catch up on the group. Let's go. Let us go, let us catch up. Chained forever. Chained forever, papi. Oh no. As we have our group here, we have, yesterday, of course, we were live with our ZVT group with 2 Zergs and 2 Terrans. Of course, we were featuring Solar, Rogue, Gumiho, and Maru. Now we are live with Group B, which is the Protoss group, with a little bit of Terran. Gonna be featuring herO, Zoun, Classic, and Bunny. And again, Bunny, he surprised us all, to be honest. Bunny, he popped off during the round of 12. I don't think many people expected Bunny to make it through, especially past some of the other higher or more notorious players. So Bunny, he had an amazing result, he had an amazing run, making it this far, and we'll see if his TVP is up to the task, because he's surrounded by Protoss. Insert meme here with Bunny just surrounded by herO, Zoun, and Classic. So hopefully he is ready, hopefully he's prepared. I'm looking forward to seeing how or what he brings to the table in terms of TVP. Meanwhile, we'll see how the Protoss do face off as well. Already, it's great to see Zoun excelling, but remember, Zoun, he failed to even qualify last season for GSL Season 1, but he's already made it this far as well. There's a lot of hype around Zoun. I know he's been practicing, training, and devoting a lot of time, and it showed up so quickly. Remember, Zoun, he only just came back from the military last year in October. Like, it's been less than a year since his return, and he's already here in the top 8. Really well done. Really well done here for Zoun. Likewise, here he is our GSL Season 1 champion. He is dubbed, I would say, the best player in South Korea. So he's going to be coming in as the heavy favorite. And likewise, you have Classic dubbed the number 2 Protoss in South Korea. We'll see how he can keep up and shape up to the rest of the players in the group. Here we go. First series, of course, is going to be herO versus Zoun. We're going to be jumping into our first of many PvPs, as I'm sure we have many more ahead of us. Jumping into that PvP, game 1 is going to be on Pylon. Let's go. Fitting here for the Protoss versus Protoss. Just catching up in the chat. Catching up. Hello, welcome to 007, Papi, I see late chrononauts as well, better or whatever. Cyberjohn, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos, papi, bienvenidos. As we are jumping on in and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the red Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss representing Team Vitality. It is Zoun. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. Here we go. Just, I'm liking Bunny's odds here, Cap. I mean, you say that, I feel like we had the same response and reaction to Bunny in the round of 12. Like, it was, again, I don't think many people expected Bunny to make it out of the round of 12, but he made it through, made it further into the tournament. So he's already, I want to say, exceeded expectations. I'm here to see more. Again, we've had players like Bunny make it through and not Cure. Remember, Cure, he got knocked out early, and Cure, he was last season's runner-up. Like, he was the runner-up of Season 1, but he was knocked out in the first round of the groups in Season 2. Crazy results, man. Crazy results. Crazy upsets. Beyond didn't make it through either, right? Cure didn't make it, Beyond didn't make it, Bunny did. Let's go. Mainly off of his TVT. True. That is true. So now we have a 2-gate. So 2-gate opener out of herO. Likewise, a 2-gate opener out of Zoun. So far, mirrored builds, mirrored setups. Zoun, of course, moving out with the probe scout. herO, he skips it entirely. This is something that herO does from time to time, and it's so risky. It's so risky. It's so greedy. Zero scouting out of herO. For all he knows, he could be being all in right now. There could be a proxy, and there it is. Speaking of, probe moves out, throws down the pylon. And I'm pretty sure this is more of a reactive pylon. What I mean by that, Zoun, he notices like, hold up, you're not scouting. You're cutting corners. You're not looking at what I'm doing. Time to punish. So the pylon gets thrown down. It's a bit of a later proxy, but it is going to be thrown down here, setting up for, I would imagine, a proxy robo, or we could go for a Stargate. There it is, Stargate. Okay, so proxy Stargate. The goal here is to get economic damage. This is not for an all-in. This is to get damage done in the main base and cripple the economy of herO. Behind this here, we're going to be opening up a Stalker Sentry. With this, you'll have some scouting information. Does go for the Robo Opener. Interesting. So a couple things are happening here. A Robo Opener is designed to hard counter an all-in. So if he's being proxied, if he's being all-in, then he can shut it down. Likewise, he can turn this into aggression as well. Hallucination moves out. Hallucination confirms the proxy. Very fortunate here for herO. And Zoun is punished for throwing down the proxy in such an open location here. Wasn't hidden towards the edge of the map. It wasn't hidden by any means, and herO finds it. So with that, herO is now aware of the Oracle. Likewise, confirms no other tech back at home. Here already moving out to focus on the pylon. We'll see if he can. Adepts, they will bypass the main army. Pylon is under fire. It's taking a lot of hits. Taking some hull damage. Does take some permanent damage. Adepts, they do shade across the map, but behind this herO, he's in position on top of the ramp. He's ready to wall up, and he will deny the Oracle! No shot, the Oracle is denied. The Oracle does not pop out. Aye, brutal pickoff here. Massive delay. Adept says they do shade across the map, but last herO is in position. Here, he's ready, he defends, he holds. Whew. Does hold on. As Zoun attempts to repower, but he won't be able to. He will not be able to. Zoun still has that probe in position. And this is a brutal start for Zoun. The opener does nothing. This was a big investment, by the way. Remember, instead of a Stargate, what could there have been? A Twilight Council, a Robo, an expansion, anything else. Instead, there is nothing. Meanwhile, Adepts, once again, they do fail to get into the main. herO pushing out across the map. Zoun, he is in a lot of trouble here. Oh god, the force field, he locks him down. He locks him in, he chains him up. The Stalker will be targeted. And now we're down to one Stalker. Adepts are racing back home to help defend. Pylon's under fire. Without the pylon, there's no shield battery. Oh, once again, nice force field. Once again, locking down those Stalkers. Adepts are coming in from behind, but so are the Stalkers, who surround too. Adepts come in, but more Stalkers come in as well. And herO, he might just have too much. He has too much here. Takes down all the Adepts. Looks like he will lose one more Stalker, but there's just so much momentum in favor of herO, just rallying across the map at this point. And he canceled the Robo. Oh, when he scouted, of course, it makes sense. Stasis trap into the main. Stasis does go off. Okay. Damage is being done, but across the map, there's only two Stalkers. No shield battery, no nothing else. But here again, he canceled the robot when he realized there was no all-in. He did replace it with a Twilight Council into Blink, and GG gets called. herO takes game at number 1. Whew. GG. A solid game there out of herO. Again, Zoun, I understand the proxy. I understand trying to punish herO for not scouting. It makes sense, makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, it was in a very scoutable location. It was dead set in the center of the map. I'm sure he was hoping that maybe herO would be a little bit more greedier and would skip the sentry. Unfortunately, was seen immediately, and it never really came into play. True, it eventually got repowered, and eventually the Oracle got into the main, but by then it was too late. By then it was too little too late. herO did snowball out of control, and with that, herO takes a lead. herO does take lead in the series, and we'll see if Zoun can bounce back as we jump into game número 2. Gonna be on Persephone. Hello, Solensvard. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos as we are jumping into game number 2 and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone. This might be a short series. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have... bottom left-hand corner, we have the opposing player. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Team Vitality. It is Zoun. So he does move out across the map. Moving out once again to scout. Again, scouting was an issue for Zoun. I guess it was the opponent's scouting, of course, which had hurt him, which had saw him down. Probe does move in. And wait, let's go. We're cannon rushing. The forge has been placed. And Zoun, he's opening up with a cannon rush. Classic, is that you? Aye. I mean, even hero's been cannon rushing as of late as well. But there we go. The pylons are going to be thrown down. He's setting up on the low ground. Zoun, he's crazy. And again, this is catching hero off guard. Again, with the full wall, there's no pylon. There's no propy on the low ground. Again, hero, he gets punished once again for not scouting across the map. Does break through. There is still that pylon on the high ground, giving some high ground vision. Cannon is safe. Yeah, hero cannot get on top of that pylon. Sorry, on top of that cannon. More boys are being pulled. Meanwhile, more cannons in the main. This cannon will be targeted, but again, that first cannon will finish. First cannon will complete, and there's still high ground vision. Oh, yeah, hero, he's not reacting well to this. He's chasing the probe. Meanwhile, the cannon is now done. And we can keep... Remember, there was still a probe in the main. Yeah, there was... Here, he's panicking, Bab. He's panicking. Again, he reacted to that first probe on the low ground. The cannons that get back up and running. And if this cannon can finish, then that's going to be game. Probe does move back in. We just keep this going. And ideally, you want to work your way towards the main base, towards the mineral line. You want to leapfrog forward. Cannon is under fire. The pylon is safe, but the gateway is not. And this is game. Like, there's nothing. There's just nothing that hero can do. No shot. Another probe has arrived just to ensure that we can keep this cannon rush going. And again, here he didn't quite react well enough to when it comes to securing his main base. He was not able to surround the probe in the main either. Sent out too many to chase a second probe, and everything just got out of hand. It got out of hand, it got out of control. It's like I'm casting Zest again. If you remember, Zest also got cannon rushed to death in ESL Open Cup Americas when he played against Probe Scouts. Likewise, Maru also got cannon rushed by Prince. True. Prince did cannon rush the hell out of Maru. Did take Maru out. So that was a couple of years ago. So this is not the first cannon rush that has succeeded in GSL, not by far. They do happen every now and then, but they're still a rare sight. And this Nexus is not long for this world. Yeah, there's no saving it. Here he has no ninja base to escape. He's gonna try to race out with the probes, and they will make it out. But Hero can't afford Nexus. Hero, he's broke. Hero is broke. He cannot afford a Nexus. His one chance here is to maybe kill across the map, but there's a cannon, and we can just fully wall off. Like, again, the one chance for Hero is to just drone drill, and GG gets called. Zoun ties up the series. We're going to the ace match. GG. GG, well played. Again, Hero, literally the best player in South Korea, the best Protoss in the world, goes down to a cannon rush. And they work, papi, they work. I feel like after this GSL, we're going to see like an upswing of cannon rushes on the ladder. It's going to be awful. It's going to but GG, well played. With that, Zoun does tie the series 1-1, and it is a short series here. We're like 10 minutes in. We're already tied up 1-1. Now, the problem here about cannon rushing is that we should not see a cannon rush again in this series. That should not happen. We might see it in the broadcast. I mean, again, there's also Classic getting involved as well, so there's going to be more PvPs. But here, we'll see how our players do approach Tokamak as Game 3. Let's go. Let us go. When is Hero going to pick an off race to avoid the mirror? The problem is that all the players that pick an off race to avoid mirror matchups, they pick Protoss. And Hero's already Protoss, so there's no option left, Pappy. There's no option left. Smooch. And why would he avoid the mirror if he has the best PvP in the world? Like Hero, he's been looking very dominant over Max Packs and the other Protosses. So I feel like there's less reason for him to switch it up. But regardless, here we go. We're jumping into the ace match and spawning in the top right hand corner of Tokamak. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Team Vitality. It is Zoun. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player representing from the land of South Korea, representing Twisted Minds. It is Hero. And yo, a shout out to Dave Test in the chat. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. I'm assuming maybe a bit of casting. Hope you had a great time. And likewise, hope you also had a great time at Cheeseadelphia. Again, it was really cool to see so many people turn out for Cheeseadelphia. I've heard good things, whether it's yourself, you know, Nish, Tempo, alongside all the other players, ex-Kawaiian, Geralt traveling, of course, as well. So hope you had a great time. Hope you had a great time. Here we go. So far, we do have our openers. It is going to be a 2-gate opener, double gate opener here out of Zoun. Likewise, 2-gate opener out of herO. So 2-gate openers all around. So far, so good. And again, despite herO arguably having the best PvP in the world, we have Zoun catching him out. does cheese him out with the cannon rush. Let's go. Let us go. As this time, there's no Forge. This time, there's no Forge. This time, we have our standard openers. There's no pro battle on the map. There's no proxy. There's no shenanigans. Not this time. But it has been a short series. So, right. So we'll keep an eye on the probes. It was a rough time too for Dave, but good indeed. Thank you for casting it too. Always, Matthew, always. I think we've casted the last like 3 or 4 Cheeseadelphias, so we'll always be there. We'll always be there for Cheeseadelphia, always. Even if it means no sleep, we'll always there for cheese. That's now our players, they do expand for the first time, by the way. For the first time this series, we're expanding. We're getting our natural bases up and running. So far, standard openers, no hidden tech, no crazy shenanigans. It is going to be a robot opener out of herO. herO is very fond of these robot openers. With this, it does lead into early immortal production, and herO does very often like going into 2 to 2.5 base immortal glaive adept all-ins. So we'll keep an eye on the Twilight Council timing for herO. Meanwhile, Hallucination gets across the map. Ooh, the scout is denied. herO, he barely doesn't get eyes on the tech. It is going to be a Twilight Council behind the mineral line, working towards Blink. But of course, herO, he's unaware. He is unaware. herO throwing down a proxy pylon on the right-hand side. Interesting. Toss right on the pylon. Oh, going robot opener into a proxy Stargate. This is quite tech heavy. It's very tech heavy here, very risky as well. But also, this is kind of out of left field here. Like, again, when you scout across the map, when you confirm the tech, whether it's Robo, whether it's Twilight Council, the last thing you're expecting is a Stargate as well. So this is very out of left field and very difficult to read. As herO pokes in, herO, he has yet to really confirm what's going on. It is just going to be Blink. There's no crazy DT follow-up here out of Zoun. After the cannon rush, I mean, anything is possible. But here, he is skipping Warpins. Yeah, he's skipping Warpins. The Immortal is revealed. Stargate is done. But he's skipping Warpins to be able to afford this, right? To be able to afford the Stargate and afford the Oracle as well. He's moving out. Likewise, with help of his Warp Prism, herO can push across the map. Behind this, Zoun throwing down extra gateways. Getting up to a 3-gate setup. Oh! The probe is moving out for his own proxy, and he barely will not see this. No, Zoun. He barely does not get eyes on the Stargate. Oracle's on the way. Oracle is on the way. The Oracle finds a proxy. herO sees Zoun. Zoun does not see herO. As of course, the vision of the pylon is lower, is smaller. And here he just moves out. He just moves out. We have a Forge on the way for +1. Proxy gateway here out of Zoun, going up to a 4-gate setup. That's a lot of gateways. Here comes the move out. As Zoun moves out, there's not much in the main. As Zoun races back home. Probes are falling. 2, 3 probe kills. Oh, nice reaction out of Zoun. So far, so good. 3 probes. That's not worth it for herO. That is not worth it. And now here comes a 4-gate Blink aggression. And herO is trying to set up back at home. No shield batteries. Uh-oh. Shield batteries are late. Now herO, he sees what's coming. Remember, he saw the proxy. And we're not just going up to 4, going up to 5 gates. It's a 2-base all-in. Yeah, straight up 2-base all-in here from Zoun. It's all or nothing. He does find the proxy. We'll shut it down. And herO, he's in danger. He needs more immortals. These are shield batteries. Again, so far, still only one. Only one shield battery. herO ninja base? He's dead. No shot, papi. No shot. Ninja base on the way. He's crazy, papi. He's crazy. Against an all-in. Now is not the time. Like herO, he saw the gates. He saw both of them. He knows. No shot. Does hallucinate one immortal. Does go for the fake out. We did speak earlier about 2-base immortal Clave Adept all-in. Yep, there it is. Again, hero's very fond of it. Thankfully did bring it up ahead of time, but we'll see if we can even get there. Now the Prism does get across the map, does distract Zoun for a moment. Here comes the dive. He blinks in, does go for the dive. One immortal goes down. There's one immortal left, and Zoun, he should have enough. He should have more than enough here. Takes down every immortal. Boys are being pulled. Another immortal has arrived, and now here he can afford to lose some probes. True, he can afford to lose them, but so many of them are choked up. Yeah, the force fields are brutal. The immortal does nothing. And Zoun should break through. Again, we're down to 3 stalkers. Soon to be 5. herO harassing across the map. Oh, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand here. 13 probe kills. herO still ahead economically. +1 is denied. Another force field. Another force field goes off. But that was the final force field. Sentry goes down. Now we have 2 immortals. herO, he's holding. No shot. The defense isn't just the defense is impressive here, but the harassment across the map. 16 probes, an entire mineral line worth of workers go down, and Zoun is still behind economically. Like he was always all in, of course, but now he has to try to sustain himself. Cannot expand. There's a recall. The Adepts say come back in, and here he's surviving with the ninja base. God. Again, this ninja base is not helping herO at all. It's hurting him more than anything, but he's getting away with it. He survives. Wow. This should not have happened. It's the herO. I mean, again, winding it back here, herO would be behind. He'd be in a dire position if it wasn't for the Adepts. To be honest, the Adepts were the MVPs. The Adepts that were straight up the MVPs because they did an equivalent, if not greater amount of damage across the map. Ooh, herO's getting caught out. We'll bleed out 1 immortal. There's 2 immortals left. Results going to be trickling in. Another immortal goes down. Down to 1 immortal. Again, barely any reinforcements. Once again, herO gets across the map, but this time there are stalkers ready. Prism goes down. And herO will lose every immortal he was fighting without his shield batteries. Without his side defense. At episode, they're wreaking havoc. They're popping up. Another immortal gets picked up. Boys are being pulled. This is still very, very clutch. Very tense. Yeah, boys are pulled away. herO losing all his probes. There's still 1 immortal on the high ground. Meanwhile, Zoun also losing all his workers as well. Oof. Zoun still up 10 probes. Still up 10. Immortal can hold. Again, this has been a messy game. It's been very messy. Ooh, bit of miscontrol. Doesn't get the immortal. Doesn't quite get it. The ninja base is getting up and running. Here comes the dive, but now we have another immortal. Yeah, here he's holding. Here he's holding on. Stalkers are so very low. Oh, shields get triggered. Shields are triggered. Zoun is reinforcing. The Prism went down across the map. Zoun now can focus on the fight. Again, these stalkers, they just don't really have the HP to dive in, not like they did previously. So good as 5 gates. So good as 5 gates. Still trying to dive forward. We do not have another immortal. Uh-oh. Just the 1. And with only 1 immortal, Zoun, he can still pull this up. Oh, I think a little bit of mistargeting. Did target the debris. The debris coming in clutch. Tagging on some shots. Guardian Shield gets activated, only for a couple of seconds. It's still 15 Stalkers. Zoun, he should be able to break this. I say that, now we have 2 Immortals though. Second Immortal has arrived. Economy still neck and neck. Zoun, I'm sure is thinking like, how can you afford this? Like, you should be dead. He dives in, does bling, takes out the Immortal, and he should take the other as well. Yeah, both Immortals go down. Without any Immortals here, he cannot hold. He cannot hold. He should not hold. This entire time, only 1 shield battery result. Like, again, bearing in mind, if he didn't get the ninja base, he could have had like 3 more shield batteries here. Or an extra gateway for extra warp ins. Like, ay. Like, sure, the ninja base, it's somewhat saturated, but it's not helping. Not like this. Wait for a messier defense, and Zoun, he should now have enough to at least kill the natural. One more volley, brings it down. Does bring it down, diving on up the ramp. Takes out the Immortal, and GG gets called down. He will overwhelm. He pulls off the 2 base all in, and he punishes the greed of herO. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Zoun, he does claim the 2-1. Again, very cheesy play there out of Zoun. Game 2, he kind of rushed, and game 3, he went for the 2 base all in. And herO, I would say overconfident. Overconfident. As we mentioned, herO, he had this also to defend. He would have been fine, but he chose to... Okay, winding it back. Remember, herO, he scouted the 2 gateways, and he saw the gates in the main. He saw 5 gates. He knew it was a 2 base all in. In the face of the all in, ninja base. Like, he made that decision. It was so greedy here. So maybe not respecting Zoun enough when it comes to the potential of that all in. But herO, yeah, just overly greedy there in his decision making. Did choose to get that ninja base instead of just hunkering down, and in the end it was broken. In the end he was broken. GG, well played. With that, Zoun does claim it 2-1. GG. Oh my god. So a crazy result to start things off here. I would say definitely an upset, but a pleasant one nonetheless. Now, I'm sure that Classic is very fond of seeing that, because again, Zoun was hyper cheesy and hyper aggressive, and I'm sure if we do end up seeing them face off, I mean, I'm sure Classic now has a better idea of how to approach Zoun. But I'm getting ahead of myself, because up next we have a PvT between Classic and Bunny. Bunny, of course, did surprise many, myself included, when it comes to his ability to make it to the round of 8. Again, who made it to the round of 8? Bunny. Who didn't? Cure and Beyond. Cure and Beyond, they failed to advance on further in the tournament. Instead, Bunny rose up among them. So again, we had a crazy ton of events. If you remember, it was a lot of it was based off of TVTs. Like Bunny, he straight up just had the superior TVT. He was looking very strong in his turn versus turn matchup in the previous round. Likewise in the EWC qualifiers as well. But how is Bunny's TVP looking? That is the big question, especially because he's surrounded by nothing but Protoss. Can't rely on his TVT here. Not here, not this time, as game 1 is going to be on Incorporeal. Let's go. Let us go.